Happy Memorial Day weekend. Scout and I say hi, and I hope you have a safe Memorial Day. Now, I do want to remind you, that's why I brought her up here, it is going to get very hot out there. I mean, I'm talking 100+ degree temperatures. Make sure their paws are safe when you're walking outside. We know the concrete can also get hot, but the asphalt's the biggest concern. You want to make sure you're getting out in the early morning hours before it gets too hot. Now for your Saturday, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 80s, so you want to get out there early too. Not going to be so bad as tomorrow, Sunday, as we start getting in the mid 90s. And then 100-degree temperatures from Memorial Day through Thursday. So 4 days of temperatures in the hundreds with 104 on Wednesday. You want to make sure your pets are cared for, and of course, children and elderly as well. Thank you for your help. All right, let's talk about the forecast here. As we will expect to see temperatures sunny and warm for your Saturday, we're also going to see clear skies and light winds. We saw very windy conditions on Friday. Now we're going to look at lighter winds, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, excessive heat watch is going to be in effect because of the 100-degree temperatures that are expected from Tuesday to Thursday, but we don't want to discount Monday because 99 degrees very well may just be 100 degrees. So, 9,900 basically the same. So we should really count in Monday as well. Now, this is what's happening. We're looking at high pressure system out there that's going to start building. As it continues to build, that's leading us to some more hot temperatures that just continue to stay on the land. So day after day, we continue to see no reprieve. The land stays warm overnight and continues to heat up in the day. And we're continuing to get hotter temperatures as each day goes on until we finally see a little bit of a break happening on Friday, or we'll start to see temperatures dropping almost 20 degrees or so, 15 to 20 degrees in the mid to upper 80s. Now we'll see clear skies, sunshine, mostly sunny conditions, and then finally expecting to see the excessive heat watch taking effect technically on Tuesday, but count Monday in that too. We're going to see it until Thursday, 7 p.m., from Redding all the way up there toward the Central Valley and even the coastline. I'm talking San Francisco, looking at excessive heat as much as 90s there, upper 80s, which is well above average for them. They're typically in the mid 60s this time of year, so we are looking at a major heat up for the coastline too. Now I want to show you the jet stream because everything is moving up and over California. You can see it mostly targeting the Pacific Northwest areas of Portland and north into Washington. Meanwhile, on Monday, on Memorial Day, we see a massive area of clearing. That's where that high pressure sits. And then we'll fast forward it. You notice we move into Wednesday, the hottest day of the week. We're still looking at clearing. And then we'll continue to see that until we get to Friday. Take a look at Friday. You start to see some clouds roll in. We get a little bit of an onshore flow of air cooling us down into the mid to upper 80s, which is expected to be so nice after that major heat up with 100-degree temperatures. So enjoy Friday when it comes. Now, here's what we expect to happen over the next 6 to 10 days, I should say, is also a major heat up. Most of the West Coast seeing above average temperatures. You can see it in that red and even the dark red there. And even the Northeast, much of New York and the East Coast dealing with above average temperatures. But look at Texas. This is where it gets funny, because Texas is typically known as being one of the hottest states, especially when we get into the summertime months. And now they're looking at below average temperatures, so a little bit of a weird drop or dip for them. Otherwise, everyone's going to see above average temperatures. This is a great time to remind you of the heat exhaustion or heat stroke conditions that you may be feeling out there. Now, if you are faint or dizzy, seeing excessive sweating, are cool or pale, clammy skin, nauseous or vomiting, basically, you want to get to an air-conditioned place. But when you're dealing with heat stroke, that's when you want to call 911. The major difference here is the temperature. If you have a temperature above 103 degrees, that's when you want to call 911. If you're just cool, pale, and clammy, you just want to get into some air conditioning there. So that's really the main difference here is no sweating versus excessive sweating. Headache and throbbing headache versus just feeling faint or dizzy. Once those conditions really intensify and then you get that fever, you need to call 911. All right, let's also talk about when you're out there and it's so hot and you're recreating and it's the time of year, Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial kickoff to summer. Everyone's headed to the lakes, the rivers, everyone's having fun in the water. But all those lakes and rivers and reservoirs, they're getting the water off the Sierra, the snow melt. Those waters are still very cold. We're talking 50 to 60 degree temperature water right now, and this is where it can get dangerous. Your breathing gets affected at below 77 degrees. Once you get into the zone of 50 to 60 degree temperature of water, you begin to lose control of your limbs, and that becomes very dangerous if you do not have a life jacket on. You can't control your body where it's moving. It gets to the point where it's almost feeling numb while you're in the water. It makes it hard to breathe. So definitely wear a life jacket, especially in a river where the current is moving quickly. And if you're on a lake and you're on the shore side, that's a little bit better. But if you're starting to get in the middle of the lake and you're on any boats, you need to wear a life vest. It's the law. Anything that moves, a jet ski as well, you need to have a life vest. So it's always safe to just have one on you because these temperatures are very cold, even if you are an experienced swimmer. All right, let's look at the 10-day forecast because this is where that heat up begins on Sunday at 93 degrees. We jump up to almost 100 on Memorial Day, 102 on Tuesday, 104 on Wednesday, and then finally Thursday, another 102 before that major drop off on Friday where we see temperatures at 89 degrees. We'll start to even out into the mid 80s once again as we start to move into next week. So enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Stay cool, stay hydrated. Just make sure you're safe in all this heat.